Eurus, Devising a Breath. Thank you, 1550 and 1538. Breathe. Take a deep breath and embrace the air that enters your lungs. This is a meditation on devising a breathing machine to sustain life, to spare us from illness and disease, and the pain of animals and researchers that happens to prevent it. This is meditation to deeply consider our impulse to survive, to extend our lives, and to defy death. Take a deep breath and feel your body expand. Imagine that you are connected to the machine. Put your hands on your stomach and feel the sensation of our machine shaping your lungs, giving you life. Feel the breath being pushed into your lungs. You are connected to an emergency use resuscitation system. Breathe. Feel the abdomen of a sheep rise. It feels like giving life beyond reproduction and taking it away for the sake of protocol. This work exists in the space between life and death. It is the shape of a breath for potential survival. Sacrifice. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. Consider animal research, particularly animal euthanasia. Think about the lives of these creatures we are handling. Think about their sentience, the sacrifice that we're making them give. Consider these animals in a different light. Breathe in through your nose and hold your breath. Bring forth the mental division to conduct this sort of research comfortably. Think about the fragility of life and your own mortality. Let us remember the mice. It could all be over in an instant. Here, we honor their lives with every breath. Here, we elevate their lives. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. This is a ceremony to the mass sacrifice. Consider the value of life. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. The ability to breathe through other beings. Let the air out of your mouth slowly. Our fragile life requires the sacrifice of other life. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. We transcend together. We honor the lives they gave up to advance human knowledge. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. We meditate on their safe passage. Let the air out of your mouth slowly. We thank them for the help they have provided to advance science, however involuntary it may have been. Let us remember the mice. Breathe in through your nose. We feel the heavy weight of responsibility on us to use these mice to the fullest and to not waste their lives. We are grateful for the lives of the sheep that gave their lives for Eurus. May the shape of each breath that kept them alive feel the lungs of other life that this machine may sustain. Thank you, 1550 and 1538. We transcend together. Cycle. Breathe in through your nose. Hold your breath. Feel alive. Feel your heart beating. Feel the rhythm of your circulation. Feel the air exit your mouth slowly. A daughter losing her mother describes the rhythms of her dying breaths with no assistance from a machine. Do not resuscitate. A chaotic pattern emerges. Each breath becomes shallower, and there's ever more space between each breath. And then there are big breaths, gasping, interrupted, long pause, until there are no more shallow breaths. Breathe. Gasp for air. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the air out of your mouth. Don't breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gasp for air. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the air out of your mouth. Hold your exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in shallow. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let the air out of your mouth. Breathe in shallow. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the air out of your mouth. Gasp. Hold your breath. This was your last breath. Consider your life. Consider all the love you have received. Consider all the love you feel. Consider all the life that it takes to keep you alive. Molecular being, consider the air that you breathe. Nitrogen, oxygen, water, all the molecules that your body needs to fuel the energy you need to subsist. Take a deep breath and feel the air enter your nasal passages. The air enters the nasal cavity in the back of your nose into 3 shell-like ridges called the nasal conchae. These sea life-like passages swirl the air inside your head to slow it down, warm it, and humidify it. Breathe in and pay attention to the smell of the air behind your eyes. Your olfactory bulb sits in the nasal cavity right below the brain. It sends signals to the amygdala, the orbitofrontal cortex informing taste, and to the hippocampus, where it plays a role in emotion, memory, and learning. Take a deep breath and hold a memory. Release the air. Breathe into your memory. Take time to release the air. Take a deep breath. The air moves through the pharynx in the back of your mouth through the opening of the larynx, your voice box. Feel the air travel through your trachea, a tube of cartilage rings between your clavicles. Put your hand under your chest and breathe out. Your trachea divides into 2 bronchi inside the lungs. Breathe deeply and feel the air continue to divide as it enters the fractal pattern of the bronchioles, further dividing into alveolar ducts and ending in the small inflatable sacs we call alveoli. Let the air out of your mouth. The alveoli expose your blood to air via 80 square meters of capillary network. Take another deep breath and let your blood rush with oxygen. Oxygen diffuses across the capillary membrane until equilibrium is reached in about 250 milliseconds. Let the air out. The iron in hemoglobin attracts the oxygen that enters the blood, and this red cell carries it down the bloodstream, delivering it to cells around the body. The oxygen enters your cells into the mitochondria, the motor organelles that power each one of your cells. Every mitochondria is the exact replica of your mother's. Each cell is powered by our mothers in unison, burning the fuel to persistently produce each one of us. Let the air out of your mouth and thank your mother. Breathe. Resuscitation. Breathe deeply and hold your breath. Breathe out and take control of your inspiratory and expiratory phases. Control comes from the pons and the medulla in your brain. The vagus is the main nerve in your parasympathetic system that runs from your brain to the lungs, to the heart, and beyond. Breathing is an autonomic function that overrides the sympathetic nervous system. A breath is a diaphragmatic contraction. Feel your diaphragm between your thorax and the abdomen. This dome-shaped muscle partition expands every time you breathe. Release the tension in your diaphragm and feel the air push out of your lungs with no effort at all. Breathe. The scalene muscles around your neck and the intercostal muscles between each rib contract to increase the volume in your thorax. Your lungs are floating in the pleural membrane, where fluid allows them to move smoothly. Take a deep breath and feel your rib cage expand. Feel the air rush into your lungs from the vacuum created by this expansion. Your autonomic will to live is this expansion. A breathing machine forces air into your lungs. It animates a system with no will to expand and fill its void. Consider the artificial animation of a molecular system as life. Consider the recycling of your breath as we share the material of living between all organisms. We're all in molecular harmony. Consider the impulse to make a breathing machine an extension of the parasympathetic nervous system's unconscious persistence to live. Let us remember 1550 and 1538 for their lives and the knowledge we have gained through their sacrifice.